Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Factorio! Today we are going to finally hook up some oil production. I did have to go ahead and expand our copper mining production for the first time in a long time, because we are finally starting to use enough copper plates to need just a little bit more mining. In fact, I think we could use a little bit more to fully saturate them, but it's going to be pretty good as is. So we're going to go to this patch of stuff over here. That's what I get for trying to drive so zoomed out, or, you know, trying to drive it all. So here's our oil over here. Let me back up some more. We did go at some time previously and surround this big iron ore patch with walls, mostly because there's a giant nest of aliens over here, and I knew I'd want to expand into it and wanted a safety thing. And we do want more iron ore, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up the oil first, because apparently you can get in and out of your car from the map view. That's news to me. Because we... we're stuck on science right now. We can make military science. Okay, we can almost one-shot the trees with one grenade. I actually am gonna go back. We can freeze the explosives. I am gonna go back to the grenade damage, because I'm starting to feel like we can get it to the point where we can one-shot the trees and just make this process a little bit easier. It's not really the material cost that bothers me, but it would be nice if we could save a click and not get into the situation where I accidentally move and only, you know, hit one, don't quite kill all the trees. I hate it when you leave a tree with, like, a little hit point bar underneath it. Just aesthetically unpleasing. Okay, more oil there. The other thing I needed to do is bring electricity down here. But I guess we can do that soon. Now, one of the things that's always a little bit annoying when you go and grenade an area with oil is it can be kind of hard to see the oil patches versus the craters sometimes, but I think we're going to be okay. Alright, pump jacks. I only have 9 of... Oh! When was this feature added in? Holy crap. So, I was going to say, I only have 9 pump jacks on me, but I do have material for more. I didn't know exactly how many patches we'd need. I'm just going to have them all come out northwise. I think that's going to be okay and not get in each other's way. Oh, no, apparently I have a ton more pump jacks. I had another stack in my inventory. Okay, there we go. Good, good, good. I think that's all the oil patches. Again, I guess I could... Yeah, there's no green glowing things, so we've got that many. That's good. This is not going to be all the crude we need, but it's going to be pretty good. There is a larger patch of crude over here, but you can see there's some critters nearby it already. But we'll set up, I think, all of our oil processing plant just to the north here. It's actually relatively convenient because, first of all, it's got some coal nearby, and I think you need coal for one of the processes? I don't remember. We're going to have to figure out exactly where we want to do... I don't remember what's involved and if things have changed for things like batteries and whatnot. So do we need iron plates? Do we need copper plates? We're not too far away from bringing that in if we wanted to, although it's far enough away. We'd probably want to do something by train. We'll sort that out after. Maybe we'll not go beyond breaking down the crude, right? We could break down the crude to the 3 types, the light and heavy and gas, but then we could use fluid wagons to move things elsewise. But for now, let's just go ahead and get this linked up. I do like to leave some gaps in here with some underground pipes so that we can actually, you know, walk between things. If I do that, I think that'll be lined up properly. There we go. Let me do this area here and then link it up after, because I'm okay with this all being like that. That's going to be okay. And again, I'll leave a little walkable gap in there. And I think I'll go around this way and do something like that. And you know what? There we go. We just have to connect this side to that side. There we go. Good. Okay. Everything, I believe, should be connected, and it's nice and easy to walk through everything. I guess what I didn't do is build some storage tanks, so let's get a couple of those right now. so we can have a crude oil buffer into this system. You know what? Actually, let me back up some more. We're going to blow up these trees. Yeah, so I guess we're not going to use that coal for whatever. Do I even want the stone? Maybe I should have just blown this up. It's okay. Do some of that. Find our grenades. So I noticed that our tech is not teching. Why is that? You know what? I think it's worth investigating before we move on any further. I noticed that the explosives, it looked like it was just going up really slowly, but I guess it was stalled. And the grenade damage is... And let's verify here. Grenade damage is, yeah, red, green, military science. So something is not producing. I mean, we could just be, like, starved of certain resources, but I bet you there's something else going on. Whee! So there's clearly no gray flasks. There's no science packs being produced. So why for is that? Oh, okay. It's the armor piercing. Okay. I am, in fact, yep, absolutely full here. It's a little bit awkward, but that's okay. Armor piercing. It comes from over here, yes? So what are you short on? You're not getting steel. Alright. Which is kind of legit, I guess. The steel comes by train. And the steel production is going super slow right now. That's right. That's all it is. I don't know. This train might have some bits. I'm going to get it to drop off whatever it's got. But yeah, okay. So it's just we don't have enough steel production to keep that running. I know. I guess I can go and pick up the bits that's on the ground now. Hopefully you've got some. Well, you should have some. You just didn't have a full load. Also, let's change this up so that it's there, although then it doesn't have power, but there we go. We can do that. Drop those in there. There we go. So now we don't have any, like, stragglers left anymore. You are going to get your... I mean, there's stragglers over there, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so you're once again producing. That should be a fair amount of steel. But yeah, I think I'm still okay with the amount of steel that's going on there. I think mostly there's going to be sort of lag in the queue. But if we take a look, it's because our iron production, our iron ore, is actually quite low. I did, between episodes, go and tweak this line to, where is it, right over here, to have a red transport belt on this side, because the saturated yellow belt wasn't actually reaching all the way down, which we knew would be a thing. So I set up for a red, but the problem is there's still just not enough ore coming out down here. We can take a look at that. See how there's gaps like this? So it's not quite feeding in everything. And it might not. We might end up redesigning it to have, like, the dual inputs, honestly. We probably will have to set it up with the dual inputs, which is an easy change to make. But right now it's kind of moot because we literally just don't have enough iron ore to do all those things. I could go and divert more to the steel production, but it's fine. Not a big deal. Okay. So now that that mystery has been... well, solved. Basically, my conclusion was there's no mystery. It's fine. Let's not worry about it. Let's go back to our oil production. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down power cables on the way there this time. Let's grab you. We only have 19 big ones. That's probably going to be enough, though. And let me grab, say, from here. That's going to be fine. Oops. Forward. Probably gonna whack a tree because it's gonna be a little trickier to drive like this. Oh! Okay, well, that wasn't too bad. And I'm gonna, if I can keep getting away with the small poles, I want to, like, use them up. It's gonna lead to a lot more poles being here, but that's all right. And there. Okay, everything is going. Now, I'm probably going to do my standard thing where I let everything go until it stops, and then I hook these up, and then I confirm that everything is plugged in correctly, because God knows it's been a problem before that I have effed up on. So yeah, and let those fill up. We are going to get... Oh my god, I just realized there's no water around here. For the more advanced processing. Now, there's water up here where we've got a power production, but it's going to be a little crowded. There's the coast over here. Do I just want to load all the crude onto a train over here and ship it out to the coast? Because we need a water input. Maybe. And then we're going to have to figure out something for the train route. But that's okay, because we'll probably end up doubling up on things over here. This will be a double route that maybe skirts around this patch of stone. Although, I mean, the stone's not that critical. It keeps going that way. So we could have the double route keep going down here. And figure out something with the station. Or we could just have it go along the coast here and then have a spur that comes off this way and connects up to the bit of the steel area in a different kind of configuration. I think that'll be okay to do that. It'd be great if there was another, like, lake right over here or something. But, I mean, I could just run a giant water pipeline down here. It really wouldn't be that bad. Underground pipes don't get in the way that much. You know what? I think I will just plan on running the water down here. Now, I don't need the water yet, because it's just the advanced oil processing that needs it, but you've got to think about it. So, let's just confirm. Everything has stopped pumping. It has. So now, if I do this and this, everything starts pumping again. Yep, okay, that means it's all connected to the same network. So yeah, let's expect that we're going to bring water down into this area. Hell, we could even load water onto trains, although I think a giant underground pipeline is going to be perfectly okay. So, let's get our oil refineries down. We're going to plan on 6 to get started. I'm going to leave maybe a gap of 2 in between each one. Like that. And basic oil processing. Now, I don't remember in the advanced which one of these two gets the water. Factorio advanced oil. I just want a picture of what it looks like. The water is on the left. Okay. So, yeah. So the oil is on the right. So right now I'm just going to do this, and then use the undergrounds. There we go. And we'll make sure to leave a gap for the water in the future. So these are all interconnected. I guess we can cut that. That's going to be fine. Does this happen to be lined up properly this way? It is. I guess it doesn't actually matter, because I'm still going to have to do something like that, say, to get things connected between each other. But now we have crude going into these guys. That's good. We're going to want a lot of lights here in a second, but let me get to that in a scooch. I think life will be a lot easier if I use the medium poles for this. And just sort of do this. I realize it's a little overkill, but that's okay. And then let's get some lights in here. I'm going to put it on top. There we go. And maybe we'll get some lights down here too. Just scattered around, not necessarily, you know, regularly, but just so it's lit. There we go. Okay. Now we can't get the next grenade damage. That's fine. Let's go back to doing explosives, which was partially researched here. Just finish that up. I mean, basically, I'm just grabbing whatever we can research at this time. All right, there we go. That's fairly well lit. That's going to be fine. So what we need are more storage tanks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll just go for a trio for now. Like one for each type of output. Let me just make a little bit more room here. I'm feeling claustrophobic. There we go. That was nice and quick. Let's get some more bullet speed. We're going to have to set up some armaments around here as well. So, one shot. Ah, yeah. Now that is the greatest way to clear things. Woo! I've got a bunch of walls and stuff, too, so I can protect the south side. So, for each one of these, I'm going to want to plan for a fair amount of storage. So, set up some ghosting like that. And then a little bit of space like this. Because there's no reason to crowd things here. I tend to crowd things way too often. Oh, now I can't use the ghost tool anymore. Which always annoys me a little bit. I mean, I could make a blueprint, but that's going to be fine. Okay, so let's get... I guess we'll have the heavy be the closest. That's going to be okay. We're going to have to do the same thing where we do kind of one of these to get everything connected up. I'm going to need... Am I actually going to need more of these? No, there we go. I thought I had plenty of pipes. The number was going down, but I'm like, I think I have another stack. And we're going to be A-okay. Crude, or no, heavy, I should say. And like that. Let's get the light. I know this is not the most exciting part of Factorio, but it is a giant leap forward in our potential, production and everything once we get this set up. I mean, mostly we're going to need some plastics and... do I just want to do this? Yes-ish. I think what I'm going to do is leave a gap here so that I can walk through it. Like that. And then the gas. Yeah, I don't know exactly what we need for the next science pack, but I know that we need some of these oil products. I mean, almost certainly it's all the petroleum gas, because that's always what you need the most of. And that's one of the other things that you get the next oil tech for. It's so that you can crack the heavier oil products into more petroleum gas, which you need infinite amounts of. There we go. All right, everything's starting to get stockpiled. This will bottleneck as soon as these things start to fill up, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Everything is flowing in. You are happily producing things. Lovely. I don't know if some of the ratios have changed. I know all the numbers have changed, and we'll probably want to get some modules in here. I think for the oil refineries, you want the production modules that give you just more output, slower, more of it. Although that might not be true anymore, and especially if we're able to get enough crude pumped into this area, that's going to be okay. All right, let's take a quick look at what we need for the blue science packs. Okay, so it's just plastic. Plastic is what we need so that we can start producing advanced circuits. That's it. Because engine units, we can already do. Technically, we're already doing some of it. We're just not doing it in bulk. Electric mining drills, we are, I believe, producing some of those. We're just not doing them in bulk. We're just doing them for, like, convenience. So we're going to do that. But red circuits is the big one because we need plastic. So to make plastic, it's coal and petroleum gas. So we can produce plastic in place very easily because we've got coal right over here. Hell, we've got this coal line over here to feed our power plant, but that was semi-temporary setup, and I'd rather not piggyback on that. But I think it's perfectly fine for us to set up our plastic production over here because we can always assume we're going to have access to petroleum in some form, because this is going to remain our oil processing area. Just to break down the crude into the other products. Later on, we'll be shipping it from these other mines over here. We'll ship the crude to here and keep those going, and we'll almost certainly be increasing the number of oil refineries that are operating over here. But I think that's going to remain the case. So I think I like that idea quite a bit. So let's get that going on. We had some plastics. Do we want to go and bust the plastics? Actually, I think the answer is no. I know there's more things that are going to need plastics later on. But, like, again, this is Rail World, so I would quite like... I'm okay with doing it, like, somewhat bussy. Like, I'm not saying, like, the last time, no bus whatsoever, as little as we can get away with. 'Cause, 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 don't know. Because we don't need... There's not that many things that need plastic. The things that need plastic, we could just go ahead and... you know, set up a little, like, rail depot where we produce that stuff. The problem is we need quite a lot of red circuits. We'll need a lot in the future. Where's the best place to do that? The best place to do that is probably as part of our bus, because we need green circuits to do the red. So setting up an isolated red circuit area might be the sort of thing we want to do later. But I think for now it does make sense to try to get plastics on the bus. Although, you know, getting those inputs and then expanding that way has its own issues as well. God, I don't know. Well, let's make the plastic here anyway. I'm still totally okay with that. I think just because of the way this is laid out, I think the best bet for us will be to do something sort of vertically. I guess you are going to need that like that. Okay. And then, yeah, like this. I don't think we need much coal for the plastic production. But we may as well cover this whole thing. I think a lot of these will sit idle for a long time and probably just use up extra electricity. But at least as these things deplete, we will have other sources set up. I love when I'm walking against the grain of a transport belt. That always makes me feel really good and super efficient. Okay. So you're going to come out. We need, I assume we make plastic in a chemical plant, which we have many of. And yeah, I'm just going to be setting them up over here. I don't think it matters too much where they get positioned. I think they can be touching one another. You know what? Let's do 5 per side. That's going to be okay. Feed both sides of this thing. And then it'll be easy to expand this later on. Okay, something like not that, because that's one too far away. There we are. And boop. I think that'll do fine, and I can tell you to just make plastic. Like that. And we'll take the lazy route and just do this. I'm going to pop you this way, then run underground to the other side, and run you down the other way. I guess I could just stop there and save a couple of pipe pieces, because it doesn't make any difference how many inputs you've got set up there. I mean, maybe there's some sort of flow-through output, but I don't think so. In any case, it doesn't hurt. We're going to make a corner here. This might get in our way for something else later, but for now it's going to be okay. We can just move things after. I guess I can run this here, because obviously that's just going to be another one of these guys. And then get interrupted slightly. Laser turret tech. Oh, cool. And do that. We're almost out of underground pipes. Okay, so our petroleum gas is flowing over here. We will be running into a situation where we're going to need to increase the storage for the other two types of oil here, because we're not going to be using them for now. But that's going to be okay. We can do that and then keep the petroleum flowing for now. We really just need enough plastic to bootstrap our next level of tech, because then it'll unlock a few things. Okay, we've got that. There we go. Oh, I thought... There it is. Excellent. You go there, you go there, there, and there. And I think we need... Yeah. Here and here. So you're fully covered and fully working, which is good. I guess with the way I did this, we're going to have to use the red ones. Like so. Which is slightly more materially expensive than I could have laid it out with some yellows, but that's going to be okay. We are... I really don't need to balance this out at all. I mean, I could. I guess I should, just to future-proof. But it's not very necessary. We're going to do this. We're almost out of yellows. I'm going to do this and that, and then keep them split. It's going to be okay. Like so. And on the other side, oh, right. We actually need to have them slightly further apart because of the red pickup. So we actually need you to go here, then there. Yeah, everything would be a little less doofy if I was using the yellows, but that's okay. I don't think I really want to carry this coal, so I guess I don't have to click. I can just, like, drag, right? There we go. You do that. And, where are the yellow belts? Nope, we got some over here. Small electric poles. I mean, I guess there's... Nothing becomes handier with the big ones, so yeah. Where did you put... Okay. Toolbar sort of rearranged itself in a way I didn't see coming. There and there. And then on the other side. And then just get it connected up. Alright, plastic production is a go. It can be extended a fair bit this way. Not infinitely far, although we can always set up another bank later on. We can also move this power cable if we want to extend this way. So that's going to be groovy and fine. So I actually can handcraft these science packs. Now the question is, so I really want to get the next level oil processing, which is where? What the hell is that? Braking force? Oh, for trains. Neat. What is this? Nuclear power? Okay, cool. Is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, that is not the art I expected. So we need 75 blue packs, which I could really handcraft. Let me get it in the queue anyway, and figure this out. Because I'm not sure we're going to go with plastic. Okay, I got to put a cut in here regardless. But yeah, I can start handcrafting advanced circuits, and I may as well, because it'll give us a couple options. So the question is simply, where are we going to route the plastic to? Do I want to get it on a train, get it bussed up? I mean, I think the answer is very much yes. I think what I might do is get another train station, just like the steel drop-off for the bus, right over here, and get things to go, double up the tracks over here, and change the way that this connects up. Can I just run it here? I really have to go around these stations regardless, because I'm planning on filling this space. Unless I go down the right. You know what? Maybe that's better. Because we're going to have the iron ore over here. What if I just plan, just to the right of this crude, to run a giant straight double track? It's going to run into this oil here, but honestly, I think I'm going to ignore this oil. So a giant straight double track built right over here that we will assume will be our main line. And then we can just branch off over here to bring the plastic over to there. We're not going to interact with the steel line for now, which will probably just get completely replaced at some point, which I think has always been the plan. We're just trying to set up something fast for now, which worked out well. I think I like that plan. So we'll have to, if we do that, we've got a good place to load iron ore, although the iron ore will get dumped here. So I think we're going to expect another train line, probably that goes here, actually, and goes left and then up. It's going to be in a good place to pick up more copper ore and more coal to feed into our coal production stuff. Although, honestly, this coal here is pretty darn close to just running directly up on a transport belt. We might end up doing that, just because stations do take up a lot of space, but I kind of like that idea. So, to the point where I can actually, like, maybe I'll build a four-way intersection here, but not necessarily go south. Just set up as sort of like an extravagant, future-proof corner to go around this way. I am digging it. I am very much digging it. Oh, those are my filters for the map. Cool. All right. I like finally having a plan. And so that means our plastic, what we might do is run the plastic up this way and then to the right into a station over here. So yeah, assume we're going to need a station here, possibly a triple station for the oil. Although I assume if we have a fluid wagon, we might be able to set up filters. We might just set up one stop that feeds all 3 types of liquids into a wagon, and the wagon itself might just have a filter. I don't know if you can. I know you can filter cargo wagon slots. I guess we can check. If I build one of these, and I have some track, so let's go and, cancel you. Let's drop some track here. That's actually a really good question, because I might be able to get away with a single station that feeds all 3 types of fluids. And wouldn't that be convenient? Okay, so fluid wagon is here. No, I don't think so. I can do disconnections, but I can't pre-filter it. As far as I can tell, from what I remember last time, is once fluid has touched this, then it sort of locks in. I don't have a pump and everything set up. But yeah, I don't know. It would be kind of cool. It would save a lot of room if we could just have one stop that does it. But we may have to set up 3 stops over here, which is fine. We're just going to have to leave more room there. And then our plastic stop becomes further up this way. Or actually, really the plastic stop could be down here. Right? If the train line's going this way, we can put a stop here to pick up the plastic, which means this is a little bit awkward because we built it on the wrong side of the coal. But it's not a tremendous deal. And, like, first of all, I can just invert the direction this travels in, and then just, you know, bop over this way and then come down. That's probably the way to go. Plus, this way I get to blow up a bunch of trees, and who doesn't like that? Now, pollution-wise, because I suspect this will produce a lot. Yeah, pollution is almost reaching these things, so we are definitely going to want to make sure to build a bunch of guns down here. And I have many guns in my inventory. So something like that. And then, say halfway overlap. I don't think that spacing is consistent, but I'm sure that's not going to bother anyone, right? Where's my car? Dude, where's my car? My car has a bunch of bullets in it. Autosave. Vroom. What if I put, like, the Factorio save location on an SSD, if it might make that a little less stutterific? And that might not be a terrible idea. Well, let's have it go something like that. Just to make it a little bit more annoying for these guys to walk around. I think we'll leave a gate in the middle here for myself, because it's a long thing to deal with. Gate over here. There we go. Just a tiny one is going to be fine. There we go. Tiny one's going to be fine. You give me bullets. And boom. There we go. Completely full. I think that'll be probably okay. They can dart around and get into the middle of this. I suppose what I'll do is I'll put in, like, one, like, sort of backup gun over here. And just put in, like, a tiny scooch of bullets in there, and then we can revisit that later as we go and try to seal this all off. But, oh, you see the production is done because our crude is full because these other guys are full. And we knew that was going to happen. And I don't have material to make more storage tanks, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up a bunch of that, and we'll get that increased over here. But as soon as the advanced oil processing kicks in, then we can set up a cracking area to break down the heavy and the light oil into more petroleum gas, which is what we need. Oh, actually, even this is, like, it's not empty. It's just we can't produce any more plastic right now because it's full up, and that's okay. So, thank you very much for watching another episode, folks, and I will see you guys next time as we get our plastic situation figured out. Okay, I've got plenty of plastic in here. If I picked up oh, I've got a bunch of green ones. What am I missing? Oh, just pure copper plates to be able to make some more of these red guys. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm happy with the progress we've made, though. Thanks for watching. See you next time.